Hey everybody, this is Cress Is Mean, and I am back with another video featuring my ZU team in the Ubers tier. So pretty much in this video, I have three replays I want to go over because they are really good replays against like really good teams that I felt that were just good examples of what you commonly see in the Ubers tier, at least like mid tier ladder. And pretty much I'm just gonna talk over these battles and just give my opinions on how the battle went. But anyway, in the first battle, as you see here, we're going against the Cinderace, Ditto, Zacian, Necrozma, Dustmane, Dracovish, and Rillaboom. So pretty much like I said in my team analysis video previously, my dedicated lead is always going to be almost always Trevenant. And he goes Rillaboom, and I get to frisk his choice band. And as you see here, he goes knockoff, gets a crit, doesn't matter because I have my sash, and then I can trick him. And then I can just Destiny Bond, which is great because we're going to be faster in Trick Room, and it's one for one. And I'm like, I'm fine with getting Rillaboom out of the way. And then at this point, we're in Trick Room. We can go into our nice Whale Lord and start doing some things. And as you see here, we crit the Necrozma. The crit did matter, but he wouldn't be able to kill us. And I could always Dynamax after that. But you just get to see Whale Lord's power. Give Wailord all the glory because I love Wailord. But we're able to water spout this Ditto, and he's bodied. I'm like, oh man, you get to see the power of Wailord. But and then as you'll see there, I switched out because the Pikachu because I wanted to save Wailord for late game if we get rid of the Dracovish because we could just clean. And this is abandoned Dracovish, Fish's Wren, and that did only 38 to Pyukumuku. That's insane. It just shows how bulky Pyukumuku really is. But he decides to switch out and he goes Zacian. Crowned. And it's like, look at that. Only 36 damage. This is a Zacian, one of the best mods in the tier, and that just does nothing to Pyukumuku. So it really shows how annoying Pyukumuku really is. But yeah, I mean, I just love. I really do like Pyukumuku against a lot of these Uber Pokemon because it just walls way too many of them. It can just Toxic Saw. It's fun, but pretty much like the rest of this battle, it's really boring because I'm just Toxic Stalling the other three Mons on his team. And the only way he can get around it is by getting defense drops with Crunch as he gets there. But it's too late to save his Dracovish. So what I ended up doing is just like sacking off Ice Cube just because I wanted to reset Pyukumuku's stats. And, I ended up setting a Trick Room up just to make Pyukumuku get faster and be able to trap things and soak things with higher speed. But you'll see there, I mean, Dynamax Cinderace is just doing not enough damage at all. And, Unaware is such a nice ability because it doesn't matter if he boosts his attack with that Max Knuckle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect how much damage he's going to be doing to me. So it's great. But he actually does more damage outside of Dynamax because Hydro Kinesis has a higher power outside of Dynamax moves. But it's still not doing enough to where, he's going to be able to beat me. And, Cinderace goes down and then, poor Zacian just has no chance. As we see there, just not enough damage at all. I love how Pyukumuku just walls so many of the common Uber's threats. It's crazy. But yeah, so he ended up forfeiting. I mean, I wouldn't want to stick around any longer. I'm surprised he stayed around that long. But, I mean, good on him, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, I feel kind of bad about Toxic Stalling, but, like, we're playing with Zemon, so, like, we need this. But, anyway, next replay we got here is we're playing a Galarian Darmanitan, Eternatus, Cinderace, Marshadow, Zacian Crowned, and Gyarados. So obviously that Gyarados is probably going to be Dynamaxed. But, my lead's Trevenant. And he ends up going Gyarados. And he actually just turn one Dynamaxes. And I'm like, okay. And like that's a little bit scary. We get to set Trick Room up, and then we attack with Poltergeist. And the reason why I didn't Destiny Bond is because Destiny Bond doesn't actually work against Dynamax Pokemon. Which kind of sucks, but, that's okay. Because we got good damage off with that crit. So, and pretty much what we could do now is just go into Sudowoodo, we have Sturdy, and then we get his counter and revenge kill it. So I'm like, perfect. And then he goes Cinderace, and I end up just exploding, and we get a crit. And I don't know if the crit mattered, but it would have done a massive damage anyway. Anyway, we go Ice Cube. The reason why I went Ice Cube was because I was thinking he might go Darm, and I could get up like a free Belly Drum, but unfortunately not. Because Specialty, I didn't want to stand because Specialty goes through Ice Face, but we just going to go into Pyukumuku, and that was a banded close combat, I believe. And that just doesn't do, or sorry, it's not banded. I'm assuming it's like E-Belt or something like that then, but it just doesn't do that much damage. Pyukumuku just too bulky. And again, people just love to go Zacian against Pyukumuku, and it doesn't go well for them. It really doesn't. But pretty much we just get to kill another Zacian with our Pyukumuku. Pyukumuku, the Zacian counter. But yeah, like the only way Zacian can really deal with Pyukumuku is if it has like Wild Charge, and even then, it's still like it's an uphill battle. But like they have to get defensive drops somehow if they have Crunch. But yeah, I mean Pyukumuku's just it's kind of busted at times. I don't know why this thing is so good in the Ubers tier when it's a ZU Pokemon, but hey, I'm not complaining. But he goes Darm. Even with the defensive drop, we only do take 37. So that's nice. But pretty much at this point, I'm kind of just sacking Pyukumuku because I was looking for like a late game cleanup with Ice Cube or Warlord. So I mean, I'm kind of just waiting that to die, pretty much. But as you'll see there, I soaked him and made him water type. So then his black sludge, since he's not a poison type anymore, was hurting him. So I was like just getting free chip on Eternatus. And that's one of the most annoying things in this tier to deal with. It's like there's really not many good things to deal with it. So we just chipped it down super low just by making it take damage from its black sludge. So that was like I was like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. But yeah, Pyukumuku just totally destroy that Eternatus. But pretty much now what we can do is we can go Duosion, set up a Trick Room. And then he dies from his Black Sludge. Shadow Sinks me, that's fine, because we can just go to our boy Wailord. And you know the routine. Mac Geyser nearly kills it, but he's not doing enough damage. With our Dynamax, with our insane HP stat, yeah, no. And so 2 of those finish it off. And then last is Darm, and you're going to get killed by a Max Geyser. So yeah, fun battle there. But last but certainly not least, we have a battle against Finn here, and we got pretty deep. We got decently high in the ladder. Like we peaked around the 1400 range. So obviously it's still not high ladder, but it's not super low. And I believe Finn here, he was really quite high up there. He was like borderline top 500, I believe, or at least somewhat close to it. But the team he has here is Slurpuff, Necrozma, Dustmane, Zekrom, Gyarados, Mewtwo, and Excadrill. So pretty threatening stuff. Again, we're just going to lead with our boy Trevenant. He leads Slurpuff, so I'm assuming this is Sticky Web. It has Sash. He sets up Sticky Web. I go Trick Room. He has Magic Coat. I just decide to Poltergeist. And then kill that this next turn. He decides to go Drill here. I'm assuming, I think he gets Stealth Rocks up. But, we're doing a ton of damage because of our max attack. And then he decides to go Gyarados. And I don't really know why, to be honest, because we're just doing massive damage. And then he Dynamaxes. I can get another free Trick Room up because I have Sash. So I believe I set up the Trick Room here. Yeah, exactly. And then he just max guards, but like even if he's Dynamax, I still kill with Poltergeist. And I don't know why he max guards because like it doesn't do anything for him. He's just wasting his Dynamax. He should have tried to live it in Dynamax or something, but yeah, we get a free kill. So then I Destiny Bond, and he Dragon Dances. So what I do here is I just get a free Trick Room because either he kills me and dies himself because of Destiny Bond, or I get another free Trick Room up. So that's exactly he decides it's a Dragon Dance because he doesn't want to lose his Necrozma, and I Destiny Bond after I trick him. So what he does here is Dragon Dance. So I decide just to attack, just to get damage off, and he Dragon Dances again. And then, as you'll see here, this is a really funny play here. I max Phantasm. However, I was out of PP on Poltergeist, but it still let me click max Phantasm, even though I had no PP. So I was thinking like it would still work, but it didn't. So that was like a really, really funny, really funny thing to see. But you can even see it says this is not a bug. This is really what happens on the Switch. So I was like, okay, well that's kind of weird. But so yeah, I wasted a turn to my Dynamax, unfortunate, and we were letting him get free setup. So it doesn't look the best for us, but we have ways to deal with the Crossbow. But I just Mac Darkness because we have to Sucker Punch. It does good damage. If we didn't waste that turn, we would have killed the Crossbow too with Trevenant. But Trevenant put in a lot of work, got 2 kills, and weakened the Crossbow an extra ton. And I can easily just go into Ocean because of my Sash. He can't kill me because of my Sash, exactly. I get my free trick him up, and then I can just revenge kill him with the Shadow Ball. So Duosion put in some nice little work here. I don't know why he goes Drill because he's not living a Shadow Ball. 125 special attack is what Duosion has, and that hits really hard. But as you'll see here, he goes Zekrom. I don't know why he switches into Mewtwo then. I'm assuming he's just trying to waste Trick Room turns, but I get to pack the Heat in Endeavor. The nice Endeavor Heat. And then finish off Mewtwo. And that was great. Duosion, you got to really see what Duosion does. Duosion is a great, great mon with this Sash Magic Guard Trick Room set. So annoying to deal with. Endeavor's so nice with this Sash. So much. So good. But so last is Zekrom. He's just gonna kill me, obviously. And he's Life Orb. Life Orb Zekrom. That's scary. But we have our heavy duty boots, sturdy Sudowoodo here. And I don't think he might have had Dragon Dance, but like it didn't do him any good he pretty much was forced to attack. And, he bolt strikes us a ton of damage, but we counter right back. So we got that win. And you'll see here, yeah, he was at 1563. I don't know if that I'm assuming that's pretty hot, pretty close to the top 500. I mean, if I'm wrong, forgive me. But it's pretty crazy to see someone still that high on the ladder losing to a straight ZU team. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the battles. I know I did when I was playing these. I loved every single one of those replays. But this is just some of the videos, some of the replays that I thought were really good, and I'll definitely post some more later on because I have a lot. So those will definitely be coming up soon. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to subscribe and like. And I'll see you guys next time.